Yo, what is up? Welcome back to the JC channel. Today I wanted to share something special with you guys. This is 10 things I learned in my early 20s that no one tells you this. Guys, some of these are literally mistakes that I've made, and obviously if I didn't make these mistakes, I probably might be farther ahead in life, but I'm going to be giving this to you guys for free so that I still make the same mistakes that I did when I was younger. These are 10 lessons I made in my early 20s that no one tells you. Number one, be intentional with your life. Guys, if you don't have a direction, if you don't have a plan for your life is going to take you anywhere. If you don't have a plan for your life, what's going to happen is that you're going to start to drift, and drifting can literally mean going to the wrong places, hanging around the wrong people, being in the wrong environments, and these can literally mean wasted years. Our time here on earth is very important. We don't have that long. I feel like people be getting confused that we have so much time here on earth. No, blink and it's 10 years. Blink and 20 years have gone by. Like, we don't have that much time here on earth, so we need to be using the time that God has gifted us with to be intentional about that time and try to do something that's going to change our lives or change the lives of the people around us. Have you guys ever heard the saying, failing to plan is planning to fail? Yes, if you fail to plan with your life, you're basically setting yourself up for failure. That is why we need things that are going to move us forward. That's why we need goals, we need structures, we need routines, things that are going to keep us in a positive loop with our lives, things that add structure to our lives, things that move us closer to the goals that we want to accomplish, things that move us closer to the people we want to be, to the people who we want to grow to be from our current versions. Number two, you need a support system. Guys, this one is so important because I feel like nowadays a lot of people are pushing a lot of content about, flying solo, lone wolf archetypes and whatnot. Guys, don't get me wrong, you should be independent, like you should have your own independence, but I feel like you definitely need a support system who's gonna be there for you when things get tough. People who help you recover when life hits you, because life can hit you at any point. Like, if anyone out there believes that they're untouchable, that there's nothing that can get in their way because they maybe were born into the right families, or things have just gone their way since day one, like, are gonna get a shock. Life is literally gonna throw curveballs at you, then you're gonna have to figure out ways to work around those curveballs. If not, you're gonna be stuck, and you don't want that. So you need a support system. Sometimes it might just be that you need to figure it out on your own, but there are times when you're going to be presented with challenges that you need support systems to help you with. And that is why I feel like support systems can come in many different ways. It can be a community, it can be your family, it can be your close friends, it can be literally even a cousin or sister or your brother. Like, you need a support system. You cannot do things on your own. Number three, your circle determines your ceiling. Guys, this is one that I actually realized pretty late into life. I realized that I wanted more out of life, but then I was looking at the people I was hanging around, and like, don't get me wrong, they weren't bad people, but I just felt like no one was pushing me to really be who I wanted to be. Or I felt like I wanted to make more of an impact. And the people who I was calling my friends, who I was calling, my day ones, who had been there with me for so long, I started looking inwardly and asking myself questions like, why do I actually hang around these people? Like, are they providing something that I lack? Or is it that I've grown so comfortable with them that I just by default call them my friends? And when I started asking myself these questions, I actually realized that I didn't have friends. What I actually had was a cage. If your circle is not pushing you to grow, it's not pushing you to be better, you do not have a circle, you have a cage. And that's why you need to surround yourself with people who are going to move you towards where you want to be. You can't keep calling someone who's been your best buddy for 15 years your friend if they're not adding any value to your life, or if they're not helping you in any way to move closer to the things you want to become. Don't get me wrong, you can have people who you hang around for jokes and laughs and things of that sort, but you cannot keep calling these people your friends. You need to be intentional about the people you're having in your circle. Number four, anyone has the potential to betray you. Guys, everyone has a role in your life. Some people are meant to be in your life forever. Some people are meant to be there for a season. Some people are meant to be there to teach you lessons you need to learn, while some people might be there to actually see you and be with you and walk the journey of life with you. And you need to be able to differentiate between such people. For example, if you have a girlfriend and you guys are trying to do life together, but you guys keep having misunderstandings, you guys are not growing together, you keep having arguments about A, B, and C, you need to actually ask yourself if that relationship is holding you back, or if that relationship is gonna move you forward. Everyone has their threshold with you. You never know what someone's threshold is with you. Some people might betray you when it's convenient for them, or some people might betray you when there's a better option. So anyone has the potential to betray you, but that doesn't mean you're meant to not trust people. All I'm saying is, don't build your entire life basically holding on to the fact that somebody's gonna be there to hold your hands when things get tough, or somebody's going to be there for you through thick and thin. You need to have in the back of your mind that if things go sideways, someone might not be there for you. Number five, your health is everything. When people are on the hospital beds, they're not praying for followers, they're not praying for a promotion, they're not praying to win the lottery. No, all they're asking for in that moment is to live. And that's why you need to take your health very seriously. You need to be very deliberate with how you're treating your body, how you're treating yourself. You need to be getting the appropriate amount of sleep. You need to be challenging yourself to move your body at least 2 to 3 times a day. You need to be going to the gym. You need to be doing your cardio. You need to be doing things that are keeping your body healthy so that you have a functioning body even as you're pushing into your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s, because that is when your lifestyle from your early 20s and your 30s start to show up. Number 6, enjoy the journey. You guys have probably heard this quote so many times that it probably sickens you guys to this point, and that is, life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. There's no one final destination that you guys are going to get to and you're going to say you've completed life. No, life is going to keep moving. There's always going to be someone who seems ahead of you. There's always going to be someone who seems like they're better than you. Life is a journey. You only keep progressing to the next chapter, becoming better, becoming sharp, becoming wiser, becoming more fit, and all these things, becoming healthier, so that you can keep moving on to the next chapters in your life. And that's why I say enjoy the journey, because the journey is what life is. Number 7, no one is coming to save you. This is one of the hardest truths. At some point you realize that no one is coming to tell you to get in the gym. No one is coming to tell you to lose the weight. No one is coming to tell you to get in shape. No one is coming to tell you to put the candy bar down. No one is coming to tell you to get off the couch. At some point you're going to realize that your life is the sum of all the choices you've made. The choices you make today are going to be your reality tomorrow. You don't want to be 55, 45 or 40 still working at a fast food place, having no savings. That's why the best time to start was yesterday. But the good news is the second best time to start is today. And today is something that me and you have. Number 8, you must create meaning out of your life. Meaning is not something to be found out of life. Meaning is not something that you need to go finding. You need to go out and find, oh, I need to find my meaning in life. No. Meaning is something you build in life through repetition. Meaning is the things you care about. Meaning can come from being a positive contributor in a certain field. Meaning can literally be pursuing things that are greater than yourself. One thing that a lot of people get wrong is they attach their meaning in life to their relationships. Don't get me wrong, a relationship is a very healthy place to be in, but your whole life is not a relationship that you're in. Your whole life is not a breakup that you had. This is where a lot of people also get lost in an identity crisis, because a lot of people attach their meanings in life to certain things, such as relationships, such as their jobs, and then when they lose these things, they lose their identity in life. And that is something I don't want for you guys. Number 9, kindness is more important than you think. Not everyone who hurts you is evil. However, I'm not telling you that everyone does something bad to you should get away with it with no consequences. Kindness literally goes a long way. The person who you're being kind to could literally be in a position where they're going through more things than you. 10. Protect your energy at all costs. Not every room deserves your presence. Not every argument deserves your reply. Not every person deserves your access. You need to be protecting your energy like your life depends on it, because your energy is literally what you use on a daily to become who you want to be. Your energy is literally the currency you've been given to go make an impact on this world. And if you're wasting your energy on the wrong people, on the wrong things, in the wrong places, you're not going to have any energy left to do the things you're actually being called to earth to do. And that is something that you yourself must find on your own. Your parents are not going to discover this for you. Your dad is not going to discover it for you. They may help, or they may lead the way for you to discover it yourself. However, it's going to be your sole responsibility to figure out what you want to do with your life and where you want to spend your energy. Guys, I hope these tips have been helpful for you guys. These are literally the lessons I've had to learn in my early 20s. These are the lessons I'm continuing to use to build a better life for myself, to get to the places I want to be. For me specifically, I've started to love this YouTube thing, and it's something that I continue to find a passion for every day, and it's something that I particularly keep coming back to. So you guys can expect more uploads from me. You guys can stay tuned to the JC channel, because we're going to be bringing more YouTube videos for you guys, more content, better content, and hopefully these tips have been helpful to you guys. It's been your boy JC, and we out.